Hi everyone. Well, it's been some time since I did one of these videos talking about the changes to COVID or changes to our rules and regulations with regards to COVID. But as things are changing next week on Monday, I thought it'd be good if we just went through it on a video. We're going to put this information out on social media and out on the website and all those other things. You'll be aware that the restrictions are changing on next Monday, and they're changing differently in England to how they are in Scotland. And when we became aware of this, we thought the best thing we could do was to consult with both our staff and our customers to try and understand what you thought about things. And we were amazed. We got 2,000 responses to our survey, and we got a lot of responses from the staff as well. And that's really helped to inform the changes that we're making and the things that we're keeping the same. I think it's worth saying at this stage that some of our staff are very young and are not fully vaccinated yet. In fact, some of them won't be vaccinated at all. And we also have customers who are very young or vulnerable, and we're aware that they aren't vaccinated in the double sense or at all as well. And we have a duty of care to those people. We have a duty of care to all our customers and our staff. And so what we've sought to do in these changes is to balance up that duty of care with the responses to the survey and with our own analysis of what's been going on. So I'm just going to go through the changes and the things that are not changing now. So mask wearing, we are not going to change that policy at all. We thought that there was a real keenness from customers to see that continue. The government are encouraging people to wear those in busy places. So other than when you're on the wall, when you are in the cafe eating and drinking, when you're in the gym, or if you're medically exempt, we ask you to wear a mask from the moment you walk in the centre to the moment you leave the centre. And as before, a failure to comply with this will mean that we ask you to leave, and the management team will support the staff if they do that. In terms of the capacity, that's a little more grey. The government in England have said we can go back to a full capacity. In Scotland, they've said that the guidance is one customer for every 7 square metres. The original guidance was one customer for every 9 square metres, and we set our capacities significantly below that limit. So what we're going to do is increase our capacity by around 20%. It varies slightly according to the centres, but we're going to increase it by around 20%, and we're going to see how that looks and how that feels to both customers and staff over the coming weeks and months. The one thing that we're going to do to support customers with that is keep the capacity trackers on the website. They've been really well received. They've enabled people to work out what time of day it's good to climb, what day of the week it's good to climb, and to manage their attendance at the climbing centre accordingly. What's really important for those to work is for you to continue to check in and to check out. The checkout is really important because that means that we know our capacity tracker is accurate. So please keep doing that. In terms of groups, we're going to increase our ratios back to pre-COVID levels. We think that's a safe thing to do. Some of them have already gone back to those levels, but because they vary according to the group, we just ask you to look at the website and to act according to what you see on there. Around the centres, you'll continue to see hand sanitizer, and we'll ask you to use that. You'll see staff adhering to some increased cleaning protocols that we started some time ago. And we'll also keep the screens between the staff and the customer. We think that offers the best protection to our staff, particularly when they're in the centre working. In terms of ventilation, the government have said that as we increase our capacities, we need to ensure that our centres are very well ventilated. And we think our centres are well ventilated. In fact, many of them are quite drafty. But we will also start to track our CO2 levels at different times of day and at different locations in the centre, because CO2 is a pretty good proxy for ventilation. Over the coming weeks and months, the management team across the two cities will, of course, keep these changes under review. And we will do that by paying attention to what happens to infection rates, what the government is saying, what the scientists are saying, what the Association of British Climbing Walls are saying. And we'll make our decisions about when and how we can go for further relaxations of those rules as those changes occur. I don't think anybody knows what's going to happen over the next few weeks and months. And so we will need to be very alert to those new things that come up. This is a really nice opportunity for me to say thank you to everybody. Thanks for the way you've supported us over the past 16 months, from right at the very beginning when people continued to pay their memberships, to the way people came back in after the first lockdown and after the second lockdown, and for the way you continue to buy things from the shop and to come back and to use our centres. The combination of the customers and the government support is why we're still here. We wouldn't have lasted 3 or 4 months without all of that. So thank you so much for your support over the past 16 months. Our efforts to make these changes are to try and protect our staff and to try and protect our customers. And we really hope that you are able to just comply with them. Rest assured that we will keep them under review. If you have feedback for us, please tell us. And the bottom line is that we're trying to keep our centres open and available for everybody to come and use. So stick to the rules and enjoy your climbing, enjoy the rest of your summer, and hopefully over the coming weeks and months we'll be able to relax everything a little bit further. But for now, it is the way it is. So enjoy climbing, and we'll see you very soon.